All right, guys, we are joined by 2024 four-star linebacker from Atlanta, Georgia, Woodward Academy, Myles Graham. Myles is one of the top prospects across the country, regardless of position, regardless of class. And he's got some bloodlines for power football. And Myles, we appreciate you joining us, man.
Of course.
Curtis, I know you were excited about this interview when I told you who was coming on. Myles, but for those people that don't know you or aren't familiar with who you are, just
hmm
kind of give us a little bit of a background
Yeah,
of how you've gotten to where you are in your
for sure.
recruiting process and
hmm
introduce yourself.
Yeah, for sure. So, I was born in Tampa, Florida. Watching my dad grow up, play on the big screen, played in the NFL, played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, watching him always inspired me. Always made me work harder. Always made me grind harder. I've always wanted to be in that position, and just do everything that he's did. So, I just worked hard. He pushed me in every way on and off the field. He put me in the right places, and he just like I just kind of blew up from there. Um, he's always pushed me to be the best, but he's not one of those dads that's gonna blow up my head. He's gonna tell me how it is, how I'm doing, if I'm doing bad or not. He's gonna keep it real with me at all times. So that's pretty much how I got to where I am.
Absolutely, man. So obviously you said your dad played
hmm
highest level, played for the Buccaneers,
hmm
played running back. You're a
Yeah.
linebacker.
hmm
Uh, a complete opposite positions
hmm
on the field. You're like a
Yeah.
running back's worst enemy over on the defensive side of the ball.
Exactly. Exactly.
Um, how do conversations like that go on at home?
Yeah.
Do you kind of tell your dad, "Hey, listen, if I was playing linebacker against you, I'd take you out," kind of something like that?
Man, all
Just
the
give
time.
us that rivalry, a little bit of
Yeah,
at home
yeah, yeah.
rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, all, all the time we talk about that. How I would get him the business, how he would give me the business. I mean, we break down, we wrestle all the time. Sometimes we run at each other full speed, run at each other full contact, and just bang heads because that's what we would do on the field. So we're always sizing each other. Kind of just I'm taller than him now, so I look down at him. I look down at him, so it's kind of funny seeing that how it's come full circle. Um, but yeah, I played both positions. I played running back and linebacker. But he definitely he knows both positions. I mean, they're mirrored, so you're both trying to find the same open space, trying to go through the same hole and fill the same hole to get to the same. Well, the running back's trying to get to the touchdown, obviously, but you feel the same space. So I mean, they're not much different, but I mean they're different positions, but they're not really that much different.
Who gets the better of those when you guys go head up?
Oh, me all the time. He thinks he wins, but I win every time.
I didn't
It's not
expect.
even close. It's not
I
even
didn't
close.
expect a different answer from you.
Yeah, it's not even close at all.
So, what was the transition from moving to Florida, from Florida to Georgia? How'd that go?
Mm. Yeah, it was smooth. I just finished in the middle of my sophomore year we moved. So in December we moved. I started the new semester at Woodward. We really love it up here. The people, the environment, the area, the weather. I mean, it's a lot. It's still hot, but we get all 4 seasons, so we enjoy that. My family loves it up here too. We have a lot of fun up here. We obviously miss our people in Fort Myers, but we just, it was a great move for us. We needed to make it. This was the best time for us to make it. So we made the move, and it happened, and we're just living life now, and we love it up here.
So you now attend Woodward Academy. Woodward's got a history of producing solid Division One prospects. Obviously,
hmm
Damari Alston was there last year. He's going to be going to Auburn.
Yep.
You've got Rodney Harrison's son. I think it's Christian Harrison. Is going to be going to
Yeah.
Tennessee.
hmm
And then your current teammate now, AJ Hoffler, just committed to Clemson.
Yep.
What is it like to be able to go against players like that in practice, or compete with players like that in practice that help you sharpen your tools?
hmm Yeah, I mean, it makes you better, a better man, a better football player. Being around in that environment, being around that culture. Everyone wants to be the best. Everyone in the locker room wants to be the best. So just competing day in and day out, getting better day in and day out, pushing each other to the limit. It helps everybody around you become their best version of themselves. So that really helps us win games, become the great program that we are. Today it's what helped build us to be what we are now. And it'll help us in the future as men, as fathers, as husbands. It's just a great thing to have, in life, to have people around you that you're not always, the best, the most athletic, the strongest, the best guy. So it's great to have around you those guys, and we all love each other at the end of the day. But in practice, we're going to compete. We're going to get after each other. We're going to cut each other out sometimes. That's just what we do. But at the end of the day, we're still brothers, and we still going to take care of business on Friday night.
So having a dad that was in the NFL, how does it feel? Is it a lot of pressure on you? Do you feel like you're following in his shadow? How does that feel? Break that down for us.
Yeah. Always growing up, people are always like, "Oh, are you going to be as good as your dad? Are you going to be better than your dad?" So it's pressure here and there, but pressure don't really faze me. I kind of take it, and it fuels me to be the player that I am today. So the pressure comes with it, but I love it. I love having my dad that played in the NFL. It's a blessing for me because he can kind of separate me from what's good and what's bad. He's done everything that I'm doing right now. So all the colleges all the BS that colleges tell you, he knows what's right from wrong, and what's going to help me get to where I'm trying to go. So that helps me a lot in my recruiting process. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So you said getting to where you are now. Obviously, you don't get to almost 40 offers by accident.
No,
kind of give us kind of a day in the life, or kind of just a week-long process of how you go about your business, whether it be training or practices, lifts, stuff like that. Kind of let people know how hard you have to work to be able to get to where you're at.
Yeah. So obviously during football season, we grind, we still live, we do all that. But in the off season is where we really take off in the weight room and on the field training and all that. We during school, like this past semester, we did about 3 workouts a day. We would get up, lift in the morning, lift after school, and then go straight to the track and run. And that's an everyday thing. Monday through Friday, we would do that. We would just grind and get after it every single day. And that doesn't stop now that we're in the summer. It only gets harder with summer workouts. So just every day is a grind, and every day you got to get better, get 1% better. That's how it's been for a while. That's how my dad always raised me, and that's how it's always going to be as I get older, not only on the football field, but in whatever profession I take on. That's how it's going to be. So that's how I go about my business, and that's how I'm going to always go about my business. That's how I'm going to, tell my kids how to go about their business, and all the people around me, I'm going to push them to be the best, and just have that work ethic that's going to help you pursue your dreams.
So you said that you having your dad around, obviously he's been through the recruiting process. He can help break that down. One thing he didn't get to have back then was the NIL involved in his recruiting process. How has that affected your process?
It really doesn't affect it that much. I obviously want to work to get to that point one day, get my NIL deals, get money in my pocket. But money's never been a struggle for me. It's never been something that hasn't, come since my dad's always provided for our family. So NIL, it's definitely changing the game right now. It's not going to change my recruiting process because my main goal is obviously the NFL. So I'm not going to go somewhere that's going to get me money like right now when I can just wait and grind and get to the league where it's sustaining money and not just NIL money where me being a young kid would blow it really fast, and it wouldn't really benefit me like how I would need it to. But if a school is like, top tier in both NIL and producing NFL players, that's where I'm going to lead more towards, because obviously money runs the world, and you obviously need it in your pocket if you want to survive.
Yeah, it's a real mature mindset to have, man. You're what, 16 years old?
Yep.
16 years old. Not a lot of 16-year-olds are that have that much foresight to say, hey, listen, I know I can get the money now, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure I set myself up right so I can get the long-term money.
Exactly.
And I'm sure your dad's had a lot to do with that.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, I can't go without saying it. Curtis and I are known Florida fans a little bit. We try to stay unbiased on all this stuff. But both of us grew up watching your dad play at Florida. He was a phenomenal football player.
Absolutely.
One of my favorites growing up. Where in your recruiting process right now, you've got 38 plus. I think is 38 accurate for your offers?
No, it's 40. Oh. It's 43.
It's okay. Yeah, it's 43 now. So we're over 40.
My bad, big time. My bad, big time.
Sorry.
Get the numbers right.
We didn't mean to sell you short. We didn't mean to sell you short.
No, it's all good.
Give them those 5 extra, okay?
Yeah. So 43 offers now. I'm sure it's going to be extremely hard to narrow that down to a list of schools when you eventually have to make your decision. But what is it that you're looking for in those schools that will eventually separate themselves?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just a competitor. I always want to win. I like to win games. I don't like to lose. Some people that know me, I can be a sore loser sometimes, but that's just a part of me. I'm trying to get better at that, but I like to win games. So a winning culture is definitely important for me. Just a great coaching staff that cares on and off the field, just as much as off the field as they do on the field. Want me to succeed in the classroom as a man, as a husband, and as a father. So that's very important to me. And like I said before, going to the league, going to the NFL, a coaching staff that can put me in the right direction and just develop me as a most versatile player as I can be, and develop me to the best of my ability. So that's very important, and a great academic institution. My mom stresses it a lot. My mom stresses it more than anybody else. So grades are first and foremost for me. So that's also very important too. And a family culture is what I love too. I love a great family feel. People that are going to be there for you in your corner when you're down and celebrate with you when you're up. So that's also very important for me.
You stress family a lot, whether it be with the college, with your own family, with what you see in the future.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's very important to you. What is it like to kind of go on these visits with your family and kind of have them experience the whole process with you? And does that kind of make you smile that like, hey, listen, I have the opportunity to present my family with these kind of opportunities to be wined and dined like this?
Yeah, absolutely. Bringing my family on these visits, it's very important to me. They've pushed me to this point. They've always supported my dreams. They've always been there in my corner. When I've had injuries and things, they've always, just been there for me and helped me with my rehab processes. And so them helping my dreams come true. So for them to see, what my work was paid off for. It really comes full circle, and it really makes me happy. Puts a smile on my face and a smile on their face too, because I know they're proud of me, and hopefully I can keep making them proud. So yeah, bringing them on the visits is really nice, and yeah.
I mean, you ended up answering one of my questions because you're a really well-spoken kid, real intelligent. So I was going to ask you, and you kind of answered it, but how important is academics in your recruitment?
Yeah, academics, like I said before, is most important to me. Like people say, it's not a 4-year decision; it's a 40-year decision. And if the NFL, like playing football, is not going to last you forever. It's not a forever thing. It'll be over before you know it. You see people having career-ending injuries now, in college, high school, and even in the NFL. So, academics is what's going to last me and help me get a job wherever I want. It's going to help me get paid. It's not like an ending thing like the NFL is going to preserve for a lifetime, and I can pass it down for generations and like pass down my knowledge for generations. So education is very important.
And with education being so important, I was looking through your offer list and I see Notre Dame, I see Duke, I see Dartmouth. Do schools like that have an opportunity to land you just because they are so prestigious academically, or are schools like that not really on your radar?
I'm not gonna lie that well, schools like Dartmouth obviously not on my radar. I'm not even gonna lie, but like Notre Dame and those schools, they're best of both worlds. Great academic, great football. They have great coaching staffs, everything that I need. And they have everything that I need there, resources wise. It's just great for both academics and that they definitely do have a chance to land me. They both recruit me very hard, so I'll be taking visits out there soon, definitely to see the campus and see how it is over there, because I've never been in Notre Dame or really any prestigious, like super prestigious colleges like that. So I'm excited to see how they do it over there.
So no becoming the face of Dartmouth.
Probably not. Probably not.
No, I played. So obviously you're not going on officials yet, but do you have any visits set up to certain schools?
Yeah, I'm going to Alabama this weekend. That's all I have set up right now, because the dead period starts in July, so I can't really go on any during that month.
So being able to be recruited by what many consider the GOAT of college football coaching in Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Not a lot of kids get to go through that process and have him recruit them.
Yeah.
What is it like to have Nick Saban call you and say, "Hey, we want you at Alabama"?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Growing up as a kid, if you would have told me that Nick Saban would be calling, I wasn't the best at football. I wasn't the most athletic, most strong at how I am now. So I probably wouldn't have believed you. But it's really a blessing getting to meet him. I've talked to him many times. Getting to kind of soak up knowledge from him is really a blessing, because not many get to do that. Not many people get to sit in his office and just him just pouring knowledge into you. He's one of the wisest people in the game. Obviously, he's demonstrated that year in and year out. So it's a blessing, definitely, for sure.
And so what are some goals for you going into your junior year? I see you had 70 plus tackles. What are some goals for you and a team goal for you going into your junior season?
Yeah, going into next year, we obviously want to win the state championship. No matter what team I'm on, that's our goal every year. So we want to win a state championship as a team, even if that's not possible. We just want to go out every Friday night, play it like it's our last game. That's what we try to emphasize every workout, every practice, every lift, everything. We just want to play it like it's our last, because you never know when it can be. So we want to do that. And a few personal goals that I have is just to make this year better than my last. I want to, be my tackle record, interception record, get some sacks and all that. So that's a few of my goals.
And being so early in the recruitment process, who's doing the best job, you'd say, right now in recruiting you?
Right now, I gotta say, recruiting me the most, like hitting me up the most, would be like Florida, Texas A&M, Tennessee, Alabama, Ohio State, Auburn, those schools, really, right now.
And then are you somebody that, since they're hitting you up so early on in the process, is that something that goes a long way for you, or is new teams coming in still have a chance to come in and take over?
Yeah, it's early in the recruiting process, so new teams still have a chance. They still can come in and kind of, start showing love. But talking to me now, showing love is I really appreciate it. So that definitely goes a long way, because looking at somebody when they're young, you believe in their potential, you believe in what they can be. So I appreciate that, and that definitely goes a long way with me.
So you mentioned Texas A&M in that group. Curtis, Polk, and I have all been kind of talking back and forth. It seemed like they turned a corner last year when it came to recruiting.
Yeah.
Seven 5-stars in one class, the highest rated class in the history of high school football recruiting.
Yeah.
What is Texas A&M doing well that is allowing them to land some of these elite prospects from across the country that they've kind of shown to you?
Yeah. So I've been to a visit to Texas A&M once, and it was the spring game. So, I mean, they have a great family environment there, I would say. I would say they do a great job of recruiting. They stay on top of recruits. They obviously have pulled the top recruits in the nation. But I'm not gonna say that's just straight cold hard recruiting. They went 7-5 or 7 something like that last year, and they didn't have many 5-stars on their team. And then as soon as NIL is introduced, they get 7 5-stars. So I'm not gonna say that's the determining factor of how they got them, but I mean it's clear it has something to do with it. But I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say they paid all their players, because I mean that's a possibility, but I would never accuse someone of breaking the rules or anything. So yeah.
Hey, with NIL, it's not really breaking the rules anymore.
Yeah, now it's really not breaking the rules. Yeah.
But hey, man, we've kind of gone back and forth about that because I don't know if you saw on social media, but the whole Jimbo and Saban
I saw
back
it,
and forth.
No, I saw it.
So we thought it was definitely an interesting topic. So when you brought up Texas A&M, I had to ask. What you're seeing, if you guys are seeing the same stuff that we're seeing as recruits.
No, I see it. I definitely see it.
Yeah, we were curious because we knew it wasn't on the field play that
not at all. It's clear. It's we're not stupid. I mean, it's obvious.
So I don't know if you pay attention to your class a lot. I know a lot of people, they like to kind of scout the competition they'll face in high school as well as college.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite players in your class right now?
In my class, I mean, I could, my favorite guys, obviously my teammates, my boy CJ Hurd, Andrew Hines. They're some of the top recruits in the nation right there. On my team, I mean, we're a stacked defense, so them two guys are my two favorites, obviously. But other than them, I got Dylan Raiola. I met him on my Ohio State visit. He's a different breed. He throw the ball like 70 yards, like 80, something crazy. Like you shouldn't even be able to do that as a sophomore, but he's definitely that guy. We text, we talk a lot. So him, some guys like KJ Bolden. I know him from Buford, the safety. He's a dog. And so really those guys. Those are really only some of the top guys that I know in my class.
And so when you were mentioning the schools that you're really liking, you did mention Ohio State.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help but notice you mentioned Dylan Raiola.
Yeah.
The guys know I'm an Ohio State fan.
Oh,
so I have to
okay.
ask. I have to ask.
For sure.
Natural. Could Ohio State be a possibility? Do we have any? Yes, sir. That's all I need to say.
It's a little far from home, but y'all do definitely have a chance. Y'all have a chance. Yeah, definitely have a chance.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Yeah, so we got into me and Connor's favorite school. That's Polk's favorite school. And
okay.
Episode 1, we talked about Dylan and how that's insane.
Okay.
For him to be that young and do that.
So that your answer to his question though kind of leads me into my next question, man. You said Ohio State's a little far from home, but if it's the right fit, you have no problem going there. But if you can, is being closer to home a little bit more appealing to you, or how does that work? Because I know family's big for you.
Yeah. Family is huge for me. I love my family, so playing close to home is. I definitely would prefer to play close to home. But if like a school far away is a better fit for me, if I'm gonna get on the field right away or something like that, I mean I would obviously go there. But I want to play in front of my family down here. I want to make them proud. So playing close to home would be it would be more convenient, I would say.
You ever play in the cold before?
No, I haven't. It'll be my first year this year playing in the cold.
Yeah, you'll feel it this year.
Yeah, I will. I will.
And that Georgia cold still is even different than that Ohio or that Indiana cold. So
Yeah, that up north cold hit different.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the
you
same
actually feel contact up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So kind of getting back into your recruiting process and the schools that you said are doing a really good job with you. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask a little bit more about Florida. Dad went there. You've taken multiple visits there. You got the offer once Coach Napier got there. I know a lot of Florida fans right now on the timeline are getting kind of worried because they're not seeing instant gratification on the recruiting trail. To those Florida fans that are kind of worried about how he's recruiting, is he doing a good job recruiting people like yourself? Is his staff recruiting well? And where does Florida kind of stand for you right now?
Yeah, so Coach Napier, he's not the most personable guy, but he's a great recruiter. He's his staff, he did a great job of hiring a great staff, a great recruiting staff, that can coach football obviously very well. So it's not that he's doing a bad job of recruiting. I mean, we haven't got any, Florida hasn't gotten a lot of, huge recruits yet. And I think that's because Coach Napier wasn't at, he wasn't at like a huge school. He wasn't at like an SEC school. So you can't go somewhere where you haven't seen the results. So you can't really, go to Florida where you don't know how he's going to coach you or how he's going to produce you to go to the league. 'Cause he was at University of Louisiana, and they're not really a top program. So people want to see how he does this year, and if he has a great year this year, they recruits just start falling in and stuff. So.
And then for you, are you somebody that's closer to making a decision? Or are you going to ride out the process since you're in the 24 class?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try my best to make a commitment earlier than most. I don't want to drag out the process. I want to get closer with the staff that I'm going to. I want to network with the people in the area, make connections and stuff for when I get there. So I'm gonna definitely try and make a decision early. But whenever the time is right is when I'll commit. Could be today, could be next summer. I don't know.
So no date in mind at all?
Not a specific date, no.
Oh, he said could be today. You want to commit on the show right now?
Go ahead, break some news.
Roll up varsity exclusive. We're gonna get Myles Graham to commit on the show right now. No,
I'm holding you to it.
No. I know we kind of talked about this a little bit a while back. You said you probably were gonna do it. Would you say like after your junior season?
Most likely, yeah. That's when I
like towards the end of your junior season.
Yeah, that's when I.
Yeah. So with you saying you want to get in early, create a relationship with the staff, is part of that decision also because you want to recruit kids to come play with you wherever you decide to go? Is that like an important part of the recruiting process to you?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I want to be a great peer recruiter. I want to build the most stacked class that I possibly can. I want to just try to bring a national championship to where I'm going, and my class I want it to be a huge part of that. So being like a peer recruiter for my school is a huge part of my process. So, like I said, getting in a commitment earlier would help that, obviously.
So with you, when you commit, right, are you planning on taking OVs to other school after you commit and you're locked in, or what's your thought process on that?
Yeah, I think I still do. I've obviously worked hard, to get where I'm at. So taking visits, as many visits as I can. You only get this process once. So taking the visits as many as you can. I want to just, have fun with the process. So yeah, I definitely will take more OVs, even if I'm committed.
All right, guys. Anybody got any more questions for Myles?
I'm good now. I got the answer of where Florida stands. I'm good.
Polk,
yeah,
you
man.
good?
It sounds like he wants to play with top players, and it doesn't get any more top than the number 1 player in the country like Dylan Raiola. So. I got what I needed from the interview.
All right. So Myles, the last question I'm gonna ask you, man, before we let you go.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about you and your dad's rivalry a little bit. Out of 10 reps, how many reps you winning against Dad? 1-on-1.
10 out of 10.
I like it.
10 out of 10.
So what about when he in his prime in the NFL?
In his prime, I gotta go me 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
I like the confidence.
That's still a lot. I
like the confidence.
Hey, I actually have one more question.
All right.
Since we're talking about your dad, how does him being at alma mater like the University of Florida, does that affect your decision in any way?
Yeah. So him being his alma mater, it doesn't really affect it a lot. I mean, Florida still has to show just as much as love. Still has to, show how much they want me as a player, just as much as any other school. So that's not like a automatic, lock commitment. They have to, recruit me just as hard as anybody else. But that it definitely benefits me if I were to go there. The University of Florida fans, they show so much love to me, like through Twitter and through everything. A lot of them already know who I am. So that I appreciate that a lot, and that right there is a huge factor in my recruiting right there. Showing that love, getting that love from the fans and the coaches and all that is great.
Yeah, the fans here are wild. Pokeway learned that today.
Crazy.
The Florida fans is crazy. And have you been around the program a lot because of your father going there?
Oh yeah. I go to games every year. We used to have season tickets, so I used to go to games every year, all the home games. So I've been to campus numerous times. So I've definitely been around the program. Gotten to go through the locker room like before I was even a recruit and stuff. So yeah.
That's awesome, man. So great stuff, man. Myles, we really appreciate you hanging out with us for so long.
No problem.
We've been kicking it for a little over 30 minutes now. Awesome interview.
No problem.
We'll put you on the spot though.
Yeah.
But game day, Friday night, before you walk out onto the field, what are you bumping in the headphones?
Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill, D to the A by Lil Yachty and T Grizzly, and Set It Off by Lil Boosie.
Oh yeah, he knocking people's heads off. He's knocking people's heads off.
So all right, boys, I didn't run this by y'all before, but I just thought about it as we were kind of talking. Myles, if you want to rip off a song, I'd love to get you to get a closeout song for us. Something you've been listening to lately.
A closeout song. Something I've listened to lately, like a game day song.
Oh, anything, man. Anything that you're bumping right now. Just that'll be the song that closes us out tonight.
Okay, let me think. Hold on, let me get my iPad. Hold on.
Yeah, I got you.
Let me see. Let me go to my playlist. I've been bumping to lately. I don't even.
Don't fail us, man.
I won't. I got
no
you.
Pressure. No pressure.
Like I said, I put him on the spot a little bit. But hey, man, I think that'd be a cool way to close out the segments, man.
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
Hey man, while you're checking that out, Myles, like I said, I want to thank you again for hanging out with us tonight.
No problem.
Curtis, great questions. Polk, great questions. Myles, awesome answers. We were excited to get to watch you over the next season. Excited to see your recruiting process develop. Excited to see where you go.
For sure.
But man, other than that, if you got a song ready, let's get it and we'll get out of here.
Yeah, can you do Ghetto Angels by No Cap?
All right,
yeah,
you heard it here. We're closing out with Ghetto Angels by No Cap from Myles Graham.
Yeah, he definitely did it forward.
All right,
fold at all.
Signing off.
All right, see ya.
Yes, sir.
Varsity.